What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Please make sure to watch this video to the end because I have so much important stuff to explain to you and show to you and prove to you why this deck is still capable of keeping up with the meta, even in Master and in real life. So the stuff that I'm going to show you is not only relevant for Master but also for TCG. So please make sure to watch to the end because I understand some of you might be frustrated because you might think the power creep is too high for Blackwings that it cannot keep up anymore, but that's really not the case, man. The most important thing about the Blackwing deck right now is, first of all, you cannot do any mistakes. Okay, so you gotta be pro of the deck. You cannot allow to do any mistakes because it's gonna pay you really hard. Okay, so that's one thing. First of all, really study the deck and understand how to play it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to play around certain hand traps and all that. Like, it's possible. All of that stuff is possible. Okay, also I had to think really hard about what cards I want to play, what cards I do not want to play in Master Duel, because like Ryzeal and Malice is everywhere, but you don't want to play Lancier because every time you see Lancier, you suddenly play against Ryzeal where the card doesn't do shit. You cannot really play Joel because like if they end up on one detonator after getting Joeled, you gotta pray that you have like an Imperm or Chinook on your hand, and like there's just so many things where you feel like it's just I don't know what to do, right? So here, first of all, I was finally able to reach Master Rank, and this is how I did it. Right, I have 4 wins in a row, and then I lost one, I won one. Like, this is something that's gonna happen to you. It doesn't matter what deck you play, right? Or you might even lose 3 times in a row, and then you're gonna win 2 times, lose 1 time, win 3 times, right? Like, this is the type of stuff that's gonna happen. Even like this quick situation, you're like, it's gonna happen, okay? But don't not let this make you, not let you down. Like, don't be too frustrated about stuff like this, okay? Because I promise you, the deck is perfect. Have faith in the deck and understand and study the deck, okay? And then no problems. I promise you. Like, yeah, I always reach Master Rank if I have the time. So yeah, let's check out the deck. I'm playing 43 cards in this deck, okay? That's the first important thing to notice. 42. I'm playing 42. Am I playing 42? Hold up. Did I just accidentally... I am playing 42. Okay, yeah, I'm playing 42 cards, which is good because the more cards you play, the less bricks you see, and the deck is really consistent. Okay, and what you realize also is I do not play Mulchami anymore. Why do I not play Mulchamis? Because it's not good against Ryzeal. They're gonna end up on one detonator. You might draw 1 card, and that's not enough. It's basically like draw. Plus, Mulchamis always get ashed. Always. All they draw their self. Like, it's really not a good card, right? But cards like Valor, Imperm are right now really important because you have to, because the decks are really consistent. They're gonna play a lot of hand traps and they're gonna have a lot of 1-cost status, right? And just try to Valor Imperm the first Ryzeal card that usually comes in the field, or ash it, right? And then pray, right? That's like the process that you have to go with, because like if they have the extender, they have the extender, then it doesn't even matter, right? But that's the only way to play it. And also, Valor is better than Mulchami for us, because if we go first, we can discard the Valors with the Chaos Queen. If you play Mulchamis, you cannot really, so it's basically like bricking, right? But because Valor is a light monster, you can always discard it with the Queen. That's one thing. And the other thing, I started to play only 1 Black Whirlwind. Sometimes it does backfire, but the truth is you do not want to see any Black Whirlwinds on your hand. Never ever, because you rather want to see hand traps or anything else, right? And also, like, Black Whirlwind can be also huge brick, especially like if you start Black Whirlwind and Kunai, it's a brick. Black Whirlwind and Zonda, it's a brick. Black Whirlwind and Hamatan, it's a brick. Black Whirlwind Shanga, it's a brick. Black Whirlwind and Chinook, that's a brick, right? There are like so many 2-card combos that should not possible, but there are some that are also possible. It's like more like to brick with it. It's basically kind of like Feather Whirlwind, kinda, not really, but yeah. Yeah, I think you guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? And yeah, Nibiru aren't good right now in this format. So yeah, we're playing 3 Veilers, 2 Max Seeds, 1 Shanga, 1 Hamatar, 3 times Vata, 1 Chinook, 3 Ashes, 1 Bora, 1 Zephyros, 1 Shamal, 3 times Zudri, 1 Kunai, 3 times Simoon, 1 Zonda, 1 level 7 Queen, 3 times Allure Queen, Skip Force, Allure Palace, Black Woman, Black Feather, and 3 times Dance, rank up again, 2 times Cobalt Whip, and 3 times Impermanence. Really important cards, especially like being able to imperm detonators, always huge. So yeah, those are cards, man. You need to just interrupt the opponent, like Malice and Ryzeal as soon as possible, so that they not even can extend. Because once they go into their combo, man, they don't have choke points. Okay, so just hand trap and pray, basically. And yeah, for the X deck, we're playing 1 Boreal Stone, 1 Blackwing Dragon, 1 Full Armor, so 1 Assault Dragon, 1 Dispada, 1 Chaos Angel. I decided to change Nothong for Chaos Angel because like with Chaos Angel I can break boards easier and OTK. I sometimes do miss Nothong, that's true, but in a best of 1 format, Nothong isn't really that important. Even though there are some scenarios sometimes, but not really. So yeah. And then Raiders Knight, Brave Strix, 2 times Elsa Falcon, 1 Kali Yuga, 1 Ultimate Falcon, White Strix, Little Knight, and Darkness Meldring. Okay, so now listen up closely. I'm gonna show you some replays and explain to you why those cards are the MVPs of this deck. Like, I wish I didn't even have to play anything else but those cards, because they're just so fucking broken. I'm going to show you more going first hands now, and not how I break boards, because you need to understand, first of all, if you're winning, you gotta win every time if you win the coin toss, okay? If you break with hand traps or anything, it's just unfortunate, but it's really important to win every coin toss, so make sure to study the going first combos before you actually think about breaking boards. Alright, so here we're gonna start with a little dance. We're gonna add the plus. Even if you get drolled here, it doesn't matter, you can still play. You don't even have to call by that, it's totally fine. Now we're gonna start with the queen here and use the effect. What you could have also done is use Palace first and then send Black Featherworm to the graveyard, and then special summon another queen to your opponent's side to prevent imperms. I'm gonna do that too in other versions, in other replays. But here I didn't do it because I summoned first a queen and looked first if my opponent has any trigger effects. Besides, like, 1 imperm usually doesn't do shit. Like, even if this gets impermed, you can still combo. But anyways. Alright, so we're gonna resolve this effect and then go here into Azure Falcon, right? We're gonna use Azure Falcon's effect. Go for Zephyros. Boom, go for White Strix. Activate White Strix effect, and this gets ashed, okay? Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. This ash doesn't matter. We can still continue playing by just using a low dance second effect and summon a second Azure Falcon and just go full combo, right? The only reason why I called by it is because I was like, maybe this guy has more than 1 ash, and in that case I could lose, because ash plus Nibiru is hard, right? So I decided to call by it. So now Zudri is out and we are getting nipped, okay? This doesn't really matter because our next play was going to be activate Zephyros effect to bounce back the Zudri, and then we would continue playing first with a little dance again and try to summon the try to combo without normal summoning, okay? But we got nipped, which is really not a problem. Like, you should never lose to 1 nip. Now boom, we're just gonna do this, what I just told you we'd be doing, and then boom, we're gonna go here again into the second Azure Falcon, summon the second Zudri, and now we're gonna use Surface Effect to bounce back the Zudri, and now we are actually going to normal summon. This Black Feather Whirlwind didn't really matter. We didn't really need it, because all you gotta do next here is all you really have to do is just go for Vata, right? Use Vata's effect, go into Blackwing Dragon, send Zonda to the graveyard, go into Brave Sticks, and you have Azure Falcon, like everything, right? Sorry, skip force. But I mean, I did this because I wanted to have Boreal Storm also in the graveyard. And I can also burn here a little bit, but yeah. This is basically, imagine Boreal Storm was Zudri. Right, we're just gonna do this now and use Brave Sticks effect to add the rank up. I had to pop here that one because I didn't need to. I just didn't want to give him any bodies. And yo, I didn't summon my Blackwing Assault Dragon here, even though I have Boreal Storm and Blackwing Dragon, because I had a bad feeling. And second, I was like, this should be enough. And one Assault Dragon alone, even if he stops my Azure Falcon, one Assault Dragon isn't going to be enough to win the game. Which is why I then decided to just not summon the Assault Dragon and keep it as a follow-up. So look at this shit, bro. I'm just getting double Lava Golem, bro. Fucking double Lava Golem. And luckily he didn't have more. And because I'm so smart, I kept my Assault Dragon and not summon it, and we're able to OTK afterwards. Right. Alright, now this time we're going first again. This is how you have to play this deck, okay? You're not gonna just boom spam Simoon and try to go full combo here. No, you're gonna first of all try to bait with a Lure Dance, okay? Here, boom, baited the Ash perfectly, just like we wanted. Now we can play. And if a Lure Dance resolves, that's even better for us. So now we're gonna go for a combo here. And then boom. And this is why, check this out guys, this is why this version of Blackwing is the best version, because we got Veiled here, right? We still have like Whirlwind. Now in any other version, you would be right now adding Hammertown to your hand so that you can go into Strix, into Nothong, and then continue playing, right? But that loses also to another hand trap. But this version, boom, you can just eat another hand trap. Okay, you can just eat another hand trap. So basically, we ate just 3 hand traps, and we can still go full combo. Unfortunately, my opponent had a 4th hand trap. So, which is also not too bad, because like we just exchanged 4 cards for that, and we could have passed on Little Knight here. I decided to not go for Little Knight because I was like, 1 Ash should be enough. He doesn't have a lot of cards, and I didn't want to. I also wanted to have kind of follow up with my cards, which is why I didn't go for that. So yeah, he goes with Engraver. I didn't Ash it because this is like the card that you usually want to Ash. And then you're just gonna pray. And boom, he doesn't have anything, right? Now we draw into another hand trap, which is fine. We can just here crash. Because I have another hand trap, I decided to keep my mons like that and just go for the game next turn. Also, don't forget Boreal Storm has a second effect, right? That second effect can be really handy sometimes. Just like that. Boom. Right? And then you can use these two, for example, to go into Little Knight. So yeah. It's just, yeah, we just got game here, so no problem. But yeah, It's all about doing the right decisions, really. Let's move on to another clip. Alright, and this is why I also love this deck so much. Here I was still playing Fulos, but like I said, Valor would be even in this scenario way better right now. So, because you cannot discard the Fulos with uh a queen, but yeah, it doesn't really matter because we have dance and we can add the plus. But yeah, what I'm trying to explain to you right now here is that even though we have Cobalt Graves, even if the Allure Dance gets ashed, with Shamal and Hamatan, we still have full combo. Because with those two cards, we can just go into Boreal Storm, send Zonda, and you know what's gonna happen next, right? Because you've been watching all of my videos. But yeah, let me show you the right way to play with this hand. So you're gonna always start with the Allure stuff first, okay? Because those are also your baits. And now we're gonna use Dance Effect, discard the Fubulos, get the queen to our hand, use it again, get another queen, do it again, and this time you're gonna summon to your opponent one card. And sometimes your opponent might even sleep with their Fubulos. And if they haven't used their Fubulos yet, then the Fubulos or the Mulchami is dead. Okay, so we're gonna do this to also kill all the imperms, because in this format right now, imperms are really likely played. So yeah, next up we're gonna use Dance Effect to summon back our girls. And now what I like to do is, yeah, we're gonna go here into Azure Falcon. Azure Falcon will always summon Zephyros. Now we're gonna go here into White Strix, summon Zudri, bounce back Zudri, and now, because we already have Shaman in our hand, we're just gonna add here Valza like we always do. And yeah, don't do what I just did here, that was unnecessary. But yeah, basically just to show you like how to play with the deck, right? And it's funny, every time I have Cobalt Grave on my hand, I can't even use it. But then, if I don't have it, I wish I had it. Right? It's always like that. But yeah, if this is too fast for you guys, you can also just pause or slow down the video. And you can watch all the combos here again. But yeah, basically, not only do we have Kali Yuga ready, but we also have this Pada, a Soul Dragon, Tanga in the graveyard, and Chinook on our hand. So basically everything that we need, even if Kali Yuga doesn't get summoned. And in the, I like to always, like, if you're playing 2 Azure Falcons, you can even keep the material of Ultimate Falcon. And here, this is why this version is so important, guys. This guy has Droplet, Herald of the Abyss, and not only that, this guy even has more. Like, he has Lightning Storms, he has, look at this Tempai stuff. If I was playing any other Blackwing version right now, I would have got my ass kicked with all those ball breakers, right? So yeah, this is just what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to say. The deck is really good. Okay, it takes some time to find the like to really understand how the deck works, to study it and all that, to play. Like, the deck eats hand traps for breakfast, but not automatically. You actually have to know what you're doing, otherwise it's not gonna work. I always tell people to at least practice this deck for a month before you even decide whether the deck is good or not. This is not a deck like any other meta sheep decks that you can just take and dominate after 2-3 days. Nah, man. This deck needs time, and that hard time pays off. That's all I can say. But yeah, it took me a while to find like the perfect deck list for Master Duel, but ultimately I realized Mulchamis are not good, Drolls are not good. It's all about Veilers and Imperms right now. And yeah, That's just how it is. All right, hey guys watching, I love you all. Take care. Peace.